All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, what we're going to be doing is an unboxing of this Vividmoo ZM15-25 cold press juicer. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So this is the machine all assembled here. Vividmoo ZM15-25 model. I'll go ahead and leave links below, but this was fairly easy to assemble. I have my two juice catchers there. I think the only thing left now is to see this in action. So let's go ahead and disassemble it, clean all the parts, get it set up, and we're gonna make some juice. Let's go. All right, so again, the machine is fairly lightweight, easy to move around, but one thing that I did notice, if you come here and you disassemble, we got a little screw under there. This is your juice release. So you just move that to release the juice out, but you could actually leave it in there while it's mixing and filling up, and then when you're ready to release the juice, you just go ahead and press that and it'll release all of your juice. Let's go ahead and wash this so you can see it in action. All right, so the juicer is all assembled and ready to go. So it's time to get started. But first, before we do that, I want to show you exactly what I will be juicing. I have some dino kale here. And we have some shredded kale at the bottom here. We have some dandelion right here, some parsley, some celery, organic cucumbers, a bunch of apples, green and red apples. But here's where the fire comes in. Not so much the lemons, but all of this ginger and this right here. That scotch bonnet pepper. I don't know if you've ever had a green juice where you drop one of those scotch bonnet peppers in there, but believe me, it's not for the faint of heart. I'm telling you right now, you can make this juice at your own risk. All of us are used to it. I'm just showing you what we do here. Don't take it upon yourself to do it yourself if you're not ready for this kind of heat. The large feed chute is definitely going to help us out. Let's go ahead and see what it does with one of these apples. So I'm just going to turn it on here. I'm going to put this apple in here. Okay. Now, personally, especially with the leafy greens, I like to cut them up small just because it gives the juicer an easier time to bring them down. Anything I like to just cut up. Although it has the large feed chute, still, you want to kind of help the juicer out. I'm just gonna leave that open so we can get the juice to go in. Let's go ahead and put this on the hard setting. Just because I'm starting to put ginger and other stuff in there that may be a little bit more difficult. Let's cut some cucumbers here. Cucumbers are very water rich and they should be easy for the juice to go through. So, I do notice with the leafy greens it does kind of struggle, so let's go ahead and chop these up even finer, which with any slow auger juicer, it's good practice. There you go. Now it seems to be flowing through. So despite the large feed chute, the large feed chute are good for fruits. If you're juicing like apples, pineapples, it's very good. But these leafy greens, they'll clog the juicer. So even if you just tear them, make sure they're a decent size for the machine. The leafy greens are definitely where the struggle lies, but it's best to juice like this. It's best to do a slow auger juicer when it comes to your leafy greens. One, you get them to last longer. And look at that dark, rich color that you have there. It lasts longer in the fridge. Now, you can use the centrifugal juicer. I don't have anything against using centrifugal juicers for juicing. They're still very good machines, but although the slow auger juicer takes a little bit more time, the quality of juice, in my opinion, is much better. You get about a good day, and you also get a higher yield. If you look at my other videos, I show that you do get a higher yield from the juicers. Now, today's juicers may be built a little bit different, so I'll keep you up to date with that, and I'll probably do a review on a centrifugal juicer that is up to date and see if there's any significant changes that have been made that can make you say, you know what, let's get back on the centrifugal train again. Because let's not fool ourselves. It is very convenient to just take all of this produce and just throw it in there. But if the yield doesn't make it worth it, what's the point? You want to get the most out of your juicer. Yeah, I'm going to help out the juicer. Like I said, large feed chute is great, but look at that. You cut these up enough, you don't even have to use the pusher. In the beginning, I think I was putting a little bit too much of a large produce behind the juicer. Okay, so I'm getting close to where I'm going to have to empty this out. I'm going to let it do its thing. What I like to do is add a little bit of citrus when we reach this certain point, because the citrus actually kind of cleans out the juicer as well and help push everything through. So I'm going to go ahead and get something to pour this juice in. We'll pause the video for a minute and we'll come back. All right, so it looks like we are all set. We have our juice finished. We have all of our pulp here. Go ahead and add this in here. Gonna use that later. And I'll do close-ups on this pulp. It's fairly dry, relatively speaking. But this is how much juice that I did. 1.5 gallons of that liquid fire. This will probably, I'm going to be honest with you, all that work I did, this is probably going to last between the 6 of us, maybe a couple days, and I'm going to have to do it all over. But it's okay. It's okay. Like I said, I try to juice maybe every other day or every 3 days, just so I kind of spread it out, because to do this every day, it's a lot of work and it's very tedious. Now, when I have the whole family involved with me and we have one person juicing, one person cutting up, it makes everything great. I put this machine through a lot and it didn't overheat. Partly the reason why it didn't overheat is because I didn't just stuff the produce down there. They do leave you a little warning on the side here. It says do not fill it too much. So you have to take heed. It doesn't matter if it's a large feed chute here, you still have to cut, especially your leafy greens. Cut them down to size. Just break them and just feed them through there. You shouldn't even have to use the pusher for the leafy green. Basically over 1.5 gallons of juice I got here. I strained it just a little bit more just to make it a little bit smooth of a juice. And just so you see here, I got this pulp out of here. Some people drink it with this. You're not gonna get this with a centrifugal juicer, but you also sacrifice the juice yield that you get. Centrifugal juicer will give you a smoother juice and you won't have to do this last process here. But the sacrifice is a lot of your produce that is processed through, it's gonna be wet. It's gonna have a lot of juice in there that could have been filtered through if you took the time with one of these slow auger juicers. One of the features that I really do like is this feature here where you can open and close whenever you're transferring juice. That I've never seen before. I could say that is a plus for the machine. It is definitely an entry-level model if you're looking for something to get you started to around mid-level. You'll do very well with this. I tell everyone this. Do not look for the juicer to do the work for you. You're gonna have to make sure you chop your produce up. I cannot stress that enough. The life of the juicer depends on it. 1.5 gallons of juice and this thing didn't overheat. There's other juicers that I've used in the past. I ran it to where it overheated and I had to just wait until it cools down to be able to use it again. So the method that you see in this video, apply it when you're doing your juice and you should not run into that problem. I have not tasted the juice yet, so we are gonna get ready to do that right now. And like I said, I'm gonna say it again, liquid fire is not for everybody. That Scotch bonnet does not play.
All right, guys, so my microphone went out in the middle of all of this and I didn't realize it wasn't recording. So unfortunately, we lost the audio and we had already cleaned up and put everything away and I wasn't about to do all of that over again. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of a voiceover right here and we're just gonna continue as we pour the glass and get ready to taste this juice. Like I said, liquid fire is one of our staples here. We have this all the time. But if you like this video, guys, do me a favor and give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when we do other videos. Peace and love, and we'll catch you next time.